No, I didn't, and there's no reason why I should have done. It's really a matter of routine if a government is going to publish, any government is going to publish a statement or document which refers to information which relates to the security of another country, that they're going to consult with them about whether that should go in or whether it should be redacted. That's a fairly common practice.
Do you feel that we do know the full extent of the involvement by British intelligence services in this use of torture by the Americans?
I don't think we do, in the sense that you can't prove a negative. As you know, when the coalition government came into office, the Prime Minister announced shortly afterwards that there was going to be a new manual for the agencies in order precisely to assist them in the difficult area where they're receiving intelligence from a source where that intelligence might itself have been obtained by improper means. I'm quite satisfied that the United Kingdom has not, in the period in question, ever countenanced torture or indeed inhuman or degrading treatment. The question that was posed earlier, which was whether people should have realised what was going on, is a slightly different question. That's one of the reasons why the ISC, the Intelligence Security Committee, has been asked to look into this, and if indeed when they report we are dissatisfied with the outcome, well, we think there is more that needs to be looked at, then I do think the government will have to consider whether we should do more than that. Sir Peter Gibson was carrying out his own inquiry, and of course some aspects of it haven't been able to be pursued because there's also a criminal investigation over a number of discrete issues involving rendition, and that does complicate matters.
Well, I want to ask you, because has it not now been established that Britain did collude in some instances of rendition through Diego Garcia and quite possibly through airports in the British Isles?
No, excuse me, I don't think that it amounted to collusion. It amounted to the fact that there was evidence emerged that Diego Garcia had been used for a rendition operation of which the United Kingdom government was ignorant. That's not the same thing.
And secondly, on the whole question of the use of torture, it has not yet been conclusively refuted that British intelligence did not either sit in on some torture sessions, or has it been refuted the allegation that British authorities might have actually supplied some questions for the torturers to ask?
Well, I certainly agree those are perfectly pertinent and legitimate questions. The question is how can we best answer them and also ensure that lessons are learnt for the future about that. As I explained, the government, when it came into office in 2010, brought in a new manual for the agencies, which was precisely intended to try to address those questions. Insofar as these are historic issues dating back to that period, the question is whether the ISC can resolve that satisfactorily or not. And I think for that, from my point of view, I would wait to see what the ISC has to say.
But you do have some doubts about the Intelligence and Security Committee. You think it may be necessary to call in a judicial inquiry?
I don't think it's something which should be ruled out. I think it depends on whether we can be satisfied when we've had that, that we have the information that we need. But as I say, I think it's, from my point of view, from my own experience, my period in office, I think the agencies were being scrupulous about their adherence to the rule of law in everything that I saw them doing. But that, obviously, I can't comment for what happened in the period between 2001 and 2005.